Back for the final moments of a very, very long day. The second semifinal for the 2024 Speed Chess Championship here in Paris goes Magnus Carlsen's way. He defeats Hans Niemann by a score of 17.5 to 12.5. Magnus, by the end, did it feel more like relief? It was a weird match. It felt like it would never end. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was waiting for this match to end basically at least since the 5-minute portion was over. I think for the 5-minute portion we were both playing like sort of okay, but I think after that it went off the rails, and the match was never close, but we were both blundering left, right, and center, and the outcome was not really in doubt. So I felt like I was just going through the motions for several hours. Then we started having these interruptions as well, which is it's okay by me, but yeah, it was just very, very strange day.
Yeah. Would you have been happier? Like, what would have made you the most happy after such a match? Just winning every section dominantly, or a close match that you ultimately win?
No, I would have been happy if I felt like I played really well. But I don't know. I feel like the air is a bit tough in here, so it's kind of hard to play anything close to your best level. So with that in mind, I wouldn't say I'm happy or unhappy. I'm happy the match is over. But apart from that, as I said, I was going through the motions for a long time. I just wanted this match to be over with. And now that I am, fortunately, I have a really, really exciting final to look forward to against Alireza, who played amazingly well today. And if I play anything close to the way that I played today, I'm just going to lose. So that's very motivating, and I think that's going to be a great match.
Were you surprised how the 5-1 portion went, that it was so dominant in your favor? Is that what you expected? Or when you mapped this at home in your head as far as how you thought it would progress, what were your thoughts on that? And were you just surprised that you got out to such a dominant lead early?
Yeah, I usually get out to leads in the 5-1 portion. But I felt like he was actually playing quite well, but he does blunder a lot. And with little time, he was not playing well, at least in that. And I was I was mostly up a little bit on time, and I was, playing those scrambles better than he was, and being a bit more practical. But I didn't feel like he was playing that badly in general. I forgot what the question was. But
I was just asking if you were surprised. You had a 5-game lead. But it's a big lead.
No,
you do get out 2 leads, but it was a big lead.
No, I wasn't. I thought it was likely that I was going to be up by that point. But of course, it was very, very pleasant to know that already then the outcome of the match was not really in doubt.
Yeah.
You've had a very crazy 2 years as it pertains to Hans Niemann. You've played a lot of high-stakes matches against Fabiano, against Karyakin, etc. Were you nervous at all for this match? If not, have you been nervous for any match?
Yeah, I'm not sure if nervous. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. Definitely more tense than usual. It's something I really wanted to get over with. Yeah, definitely a bit more than usual, and that's even heightened when you're taking into account you have the waiting process here, the fans, everything makes it a bit more tense for sure.
It definitely was intense, and again, as you said, the day kept going. There was a lot going on. I want to just ask, what is your perspective now? Given everything that's happened, and now that this match is behind you, are you feeling more relieved? Are you feeling just happy it's behind you? And what did you make of what was going on? Were you experiencing some of the issues that Hans was experiencing? I'm just curious about the conversations down here.
Yeah, I was experiencing the issue of blundering.
Oh, okay, same issue.
Apart from that, I was thinking, I mean, I'm way up in the match. I don't really care. Like, if that's what he wants to focus on, I don't know if these were real issues or not. I have no opinion on that matter. I was just, trying to focus on my own thing. But yeah, of course, like, I'm relieved the match is over. It doesn't give me any great joy. But like, obviously losing this would have been really bad. So that's a good thing. But apart from that, it's quite neutral.
Hans is playing Hikaru tomorrow. Your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, as a chess fan, I'm really excited for that. I think Hikaru probably is going to be a bit less motivated than Niemann is. So that could be in Niemann's favor. But it's certainly going to be fun to follow. And yeah, I actually don't know what's going to happen there, because if Hikaru plays the way he played today, like, even though Alireza was really good, the outcome of the match is not decided.
And about that match, I was going to ask you, we were trying to debate upstairs, like, was it more of a match where Alireza just shined, or did Hikaru underperform? What were your impressions of Alireza, and you looking forward to Sunday?
No, my thoughts before the match was that if Hikaru plays at the level that he played in his previous match against Jan, he's just going to be obliterated by Alireza if he has a good day. But I thought Hikaru was going to raise his level, because he would feel that this is a match where it's not a foregone conclusion that he'll win, and those matches are quite rare. So I thought he would be a bit better, but I thought Alireza's play, especially in the scrambles, was amazing. Like, if you compare it to some of my games right now, where I felt when I was down to seconds, like, I could barely see the board, like, I was just guessing, and I think Niemann was doing the same thing, while Alireza was keeping a very high level in those situations, like even taking time to find tactics and so on. So that was very impressive to see, and I think sometimes it's both. It was a very good performance from Alireza, but also, not at the level that was needed from Hikaru.
If I can just ask one quick follow-up. Like you said, Hikaru needed to raise his level today because he played poorly against Jan. If he played the same way against Alireza, he was going to get obliterated. Like, and you said he needed to raise his level. Just help us understand and help the crowd understand, the audience at home, like, what does that mean for an elite performer? How do you raise your level in one of these matches?
No, I think some days, like, you can feel that you're on. I mean, the way that Hikaru played against me in the 5-1 portion a couple of years ago in the final, I thought that was very close to his best level and probably some of the best splits I've ever seen. Online, he had a match, I think in 2020 against Fedoseev as well, in the 5-1 portion, where, like, he basically didn't make mistakes in those games. So I think he's still capable of that, but when you're playing Blitz, it's so easy to have doubt creep in, and then then you're just gonna play worse. And I think that's what started to happen with him in several matches, that he just he gets a bit jittery, and then he plays worse. And I don't think we saw anything close to his best level today. But honestly, like, this was I think quite representative of the way that he's played recently. So he certainly has some work to do there.
Speaking of raising their level, and I actually don't mean this in a spicy way, when you look at Hans, just regardless of the drama, regardless of all the things that got here, and you just think about the chess, where he's at, 21 years old, where he's come with his level over the last couple of years, and now facing you, he's clearly not at your level yet, at the elite level yet. What would you say about him as a chess player, regardless of the drama, in terms of what you experienced today and what Hans needs to do going forward in his career?
Yeah, I think he makes a lot of good moves. He blunders a lot, and he tilts. Like those are his biggest weaknesses. But like like he has good understanding, and I think he's miles better than he was 2 years ago for sure. So he's certainly made improvements.
All right. Well, my last question is about Alireza. And again, this is the first time you won't be facing Hikaru Nakamura in a Speed Chess Championship final. He's not your opponent. It's Alireza. You said you can't play like you did today. So what do you do with your rest day tomorrow? How do you get ready for that match?
First of all, that match is a lot more motivating since I'm actually playing somebody who is at the highest level. And I know I really have to bring it. So that's motivating. I don't know what to do. Like, since the air is a bit stuffy here, then
maybe we need more fans. Yeah.
But
We have
I think I gotta
sponsor.
prepare a bit differently to be in tip-top shape. But also, I think hopefully I'll be able to enjoy that match a lot more. Today was about getting through. Hopefully I can be a bit looser for that one. But I mean, most of all, I'm really looking forward to that. These final matches against Hikaru and now Alireza, like those are some of my definite favorites. Playing a bunch of blitz games and some ball games against the best players in the world doesn't get better than that.
Well, it doesn't get a lot better than watching you play chess. That's the truth for all of us as fans and commentators. I know we're all tired, and I know it's been a long day, and this interview has been a little bit like how the match went. But can we hear it for the GOAT? I mean, seriously, the guy just got it done in a match. What an incredible performance. Magnus, it was a day. It was quite the day. You delivered. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest and the break, man.